Okay, y'all. So I just came from picking up some packages, which I'm really excited about because one of the items is the little phone mount that hangs from the rearview mirror. So y'all will get to see me from a different angle soon enough. But that's not what this video is about. I just want to know when the standard for dating changed. What happened to the meeting up at a coffee shop, getting to know each other over some coffee, going to the park, going for a walk. If y'all at that level, cooking together at the crib, watching a movie, playing some board games, having great conversation. What happened to that standard of dating? When did you have to spend $500 and $600 on me in one night become the new standard for dating? I'm so confused. I'm really so confused. Who said that was okay? Who put that plan in motion? Because that is the dumbest shit ever. People don't realize, like, the most expensive thing that you can give a person is your time. I would much rather have somebody spend some time with me than spend some money on me. Now, don't get me wrong. Special occasions, if y'all at that point, y'all want to go to a 5-star restaurant and you want to splurge and this, that, and the other. Okay, cool. You've established that type of rapport with each other. But the first date, second date, y'all get mad at people because they won't spend $500 and $600 and $700 on you. The nerve, the audacity, the gumption. And people wonder why they single.
Well, ma'am, I could tell you this. All you got to do is scroll on social media and you'll find some woman talking this craziness like what I'm about to show you here.
This nonsense and tell me what y'all think about it.
Anybody trying to date me, my bills are your bills. Don't care whose car it is.
Why do a man have to pay your bills just to date you? Why he can't just date you to get to know who you are? What the hell are you, a bill collector or some type of shit?
You're trying to date me. You're trying to take a load off of me. So my car is your car. You cover the bills. That's simple.
So when did it become if you date somebody, they take the load off of you? Are we talking about marriage or dating? Because I'm a little confused. Because at the end of the day, don't nobody owe you a goddamn thing in this world. Your grown ass made them grown ass woman bills. You pay them grown ass woman bills. Are you kidding me?
So my bills are your bills. Period.
Ladies, y'all gotta stop this new age silly ass shit. This is why men are choosing to be either in a situationship or choosing not to be with nobody at all. Who in the hell want to date somebody to pay bills? People date for companionship. Nobody wants to date to be your goddamn daddy.
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video of a woman who says that women have ruined dating, black women in particular. Yeah, she calls y'all out, and I'm pretty sure she did not receive a whole lot of love back for saying what she had to say. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
I'm really tired of you women, especially women who look like me, getting on the internet and representing for the masses. You do not represent me at all, a lot of you. Therefore, I was like, let me get on here and represent myself and those like me. Y'all sitting up here going viral every other day because of what y'all complain about, what y'all don't like in a man, what a man ain't giving you enough money for this or for that. I just heard some girl is viral because she was complaining about getting $30 for lunch. Baby, be thankful. First of all, I'm so sick of y'all bragging about how much y'all money y'all got and how y'all don't need a ninja. But then y'all complain constantly. That's $30 less than your meal. First of all, let's be clear. The real broke people is y'all. That's why y'all complaining. Because y'all over here looking for men to pay for things, but y'all want to disguise it as, oh, he's broke. No, baby, you're broke. You're broke. And that's okay. I'm no rich woman myself, but at the same time, I'm not the one sitting here crying, complaining about getting $30 for lunch. I'm also not the woman sitting here saying that I don't need a man when I definitely do. and always will and always have. So, and I enjoy it. I love that for me. But what I don't understand is why are we complaining? Like, why are we ungrateful for $30? Why are we so on our high horse? You are that egotistical. Like, let's be clear too. Oh, let's get into it now. You're speaking to someone who was a waitress for over a decade. So I know the patterns of people's spending habits. If you've eaten there, I've worked there. Not as far as places, but as far as caliber of places. We've worked at drive-thrus. We've worked at casual dining. We've worked at fine dining. We've worked at country clubs, where however you want to go. I've never worked in a strip club or anything like that, but country clubs, any level of dining, pretty much I've done it. So I'm very aware of spending habits of all races of people. And please, let's not pretend black women like we're just balling, okay? Because I definitely see the difference of how you order when you're on a date versus you order when you're paying for yourself, or out with your friends and you're asking for 4 split checks and asking me to split appetizers and leaving me $2. But that's a conversation for another day. I just want to understand why we are so ungrateful, and why are we acting like it's not hard out here, and why are you not grateful of what a man provides? Like, when did we lose the sight of intention? There's a big difference between a man who is a millionaire giving you $500 versus a man who makes a modest wage, making $40K a year, giving you $500. I would much rather get it from the man making the less money, because that shows intentions. Like, why do we not respect people going to work and even wanting to spend $30 on your big... Oh, I had to catch myself. Second. Oh, but yeah. I'm so thankful if somebody wants to send me $30 to go towards my lunch, whether that pays for the whole lunch or not. Guess what? That pays for an entree. That pays for 2 to 3 drinks, depending on where you go. I just don't understand, like, the lack of gratitude. And then you want to put somebody down and call them broke, as if we're not all equal and a part of the human race. Like, that's your brother you talking about. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's grandson. Somebody's son. Somebody's uncle. Somebody's brother. Like, that person matters to somebody, and you gonna disregard the fact that they want to spend their hard-earned money on you. I don't care if it's $5. That's $5 that they did not have to give to you, that they could have kept to themselves, and they gratefully passed on to you. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, oh, we should just settle and accept the bare minimum. Please don't start with that crap. But I'm just saying, I don't understand. Like, $30 is more than enough for lunch. Like, I don't get it. You can go to Cheesecake Factory, you can get a salad and a lemonade, like, and have a little bit of money or however much to still be able to tip 20%. Like, it's not like actually, you'll definitely have enough money to tip 20% plus. Yeah, so I just don't understand, like, why do you expect men who don't even know if they like you yet to be coming out the gate just because you look good and supposed to be spending their hard-earned money on you? Like, what? Like, I don't mind a coffee date. I've been on coffee dates. I've been on full-fledged first date crazy dinners. The point is, I don't discriminate. Like, you're there to get to know a person. Like, and that's that, man. I could go on and on about this. It's funny too, because, not to get off topic, but a lot of people, they like to glorify and talk about and praise certain things that certain people have gotten, but they don't want to do the work to get it. Like, for example, people will talk and be like, oh yeah, like, someone like a Savannah James or somebody is so lucky because of, being married to LeBron. But what they don't realize is the women who get those fairy tale endings a lot of times, it's the woman who wrote when the guy had nothing. Like Aisha Curry, like they've been together since they were kids. Like I wish I could give more multicultural examples, but those are the ones that come to mind, because I don't want to make it just like, oh, it's just a problem in our community, because it's not. It's just I just don't understand, like, people just being so on their high horse, so narcissistic, so egotistical, to where they think they're too good, to where $30 isn't enough. And the funny thing is, not to again get off subject, but half of y'all don't even look that good. Y'all don't even look to the level of what y'all are requiring. And like, y'all should be really lucky and grateful that this country has ruined the way we relate and ruined the way we love each other so much that men are just enthralled with a lot of mediocrity. Like, you should be grateful for that, because a lot of y'all are very out of shape. A lot of y'all don't put yourselves together well. A lot of you don't speak well. A lot of you are temperamental. A lot of you don't know how to communicate, don't know how to listen. And this goes for men and women, but I just want to talk about women because we got enough people on the internet down in men. And I mean, of course, when it comes to black men, they have it the hardest of anybody in this country. So I don't really believe in adding to the demonstracy of black men, but I do want to emphasize, I'm not saying that black men are perfect and there's no issues. Like, we all have our things that we need to work on. But when it comes to us women, it's like, I don't hear the guys like ungrateful. Like, a guy, I'm sure, like they would love to get $30 sent to them for lunch. Like, they not finna act like that. Like, I just don't understand people not being grateful.
What we've based.
Yo, man, she was cooking with gas. You hear me? That's why I had to go ahead and let her rock out, even though I know that clip was kind of long. But I hope y'all was able to sit through that, because she dropped a lot of gems. But there's something that stuck out to me that I want to go over. When she mentioned that she's been a waitress and she sees the difference between women who spend on themselves versus when they're on a date. And I noticed from my dating experience that women tend to be a little bit careless in terms of ordering food and drinks and things of that nature whenever they know it's on somebody else's dime. But the moment they got to spend their own money, you know, they doing the math, they trying to figure out how much this is going to cost and how much the tip is going to be and whatnot. And all of a sudden y'all want to split the bill when you go out with your friends. So yeah, y'all definitely move a lot different when it comes in terms of treating yourself versus expecting a man to treat you. Because I agree with her. I think it's all cap. Ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me these women are out here treating themselves to the same expensive dinners, lunches, or whatever kind of food it is that they expect these men to provide for them on a first date at that. Now, special occasions, you know, if you want to splurge, anniversaries, birthdays, Valentine's Day, things of that nature, completely understand. But first date, I don't even know if I like you or not. And then y'all wonder why men are out here demanding and expecting the buns right off of the rip. 5, 6, 700 on the first date. Y'all gonna do is price yourselves out the market, and more men are gonna be over here doing P for P. Because for 5, 6, 700, you can do P for P. Matter of fact, you can do it cheaper than that. And I'm talking in the States. I'm not talking overseas. Let's keep it moving.
Here. All right, why did we end up popping our balloon?
Well, the reason why I end up popping my balloon is because, you know, I don't feel like any of a question. I felt connected. I mean, as far as provider, I mean, I've been doing it for so long, I even forgot that it was like a natural thing to do now. You know what I mean?
Yes, men don't know how to do it nowadays.
Well, I understand, but I'm speaking for me. I just feel like if you're going to ask me a question, make sure it's like something more than just, yo, you getting money or what? Like, you know, what's it do? You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's all. I mean, be more like, what do you want? like, what's the value of a man to you?
Okay.
Yeah, like I want to know.
I feel like their thought process with me, but definitely, I still like men with money,
Yeah.
That's why.
But with that being said, like, let's say, you know what I'm saying, I check all your boxes. Like, as for you, what can you offer me, with me being able to check all these boxes off for you? How do I know, like,
being a great woman?
In which way?
In every way you need, of course. I mean, you have to like a person to, be with them.
Absolutely.
Or even see something in them, potential-wise,
What's your favorite cuisine? Like, do you ever be in the kitchen, or
yes, of course, of course.
Yeah, what do you like to
I mean,
cook?
I like to go out to eat too, but
yeah,
I'd be in the kitchen.
It's
whatever my man want when I got one.
Yeah, it's too shallow for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Next.
Oh.
Well, first of all, what the fuck you mean men don't know how to do that nowadays? All it requires is for men to pay for every fucking thing. That's all you're referring to. And the men picked up on that. That's why pretty much all of them popped a balloon. You came off shallow and it repelled men from you. The very same men that are probably in a position financially to provide for you. And another thing, this is another woman who seems to not know anything about economics. Yeah, they don't know how to do it nowadays. Do they not know how to do it, or are they not making a certain amount of money that you require them for making in order to get a certain type of lifestyle that you want? See, there's a difference between that and just providing. You know what I mean? I've already mentioned the woman that's a stay-at-home mom and her husband is only making $40,000 a year, but yet they still finding a way to make it with a child, by the way. So let's not sit over here and act like men can't do it. It's just that women are looking for a particular lifestyle that comes with it, and most of y'all are not going to get it because most men will never make that amount of money because economically it just does not work. Because the more men or more people in general that are going to make higher money, higher salaries, then guess what? That means everything else goes up in price. Groceries, gas, cost of living, all that is going to go up. Hell, we dealing with inflation and the wages aren't going up. Can you imagine how much more things would cost if everybody else was getting paid more? Y'all ladies really gotta wake the fuck up and start thinking before y'all speak. Let's keep it moving.
But it is, I get my nails done every 2 weeks, and I'm down this week, and I'm like, damn, I really wish I had my nails done. That means you don't have your priorities in check. That means you don't need your nails done this week. That's true. That's true, but that's the thing. I always get my nails done.
Okay. Her nails not even done right now. So what the fuck is she talking about? This is what I be talking about, though. They just be fucking talking. Listen, if I don't got my bread right, you think I'm about to go get a haircut? If I can't afford to get my haircut, I'm gonna go without. When a woman can't go without, I'm not gonna say all but some. They want to go to a man and use a man like, oh, if you can't pay for my nails, then, or you can't pay for my hair, then I can't fuck with you. You can't even pay for your own shit. So why would I? You shouldn't be fucking with yourself. You gotta get on your shit. Like bro said in the video, your priorities are fucked up. Why can't you get your own nails done, but want the man to pay for it? Priorities all the way fucked up. Come on, let's be serious.
Since a lot of men are visual creatures, let me walk through what I just made.
Here we go.
Why I won't sleep with a man who makes less than $200,000
Oh, brother.
Average one-bedroom apartment in LA. This is where I live.
This guy's thing. What's funny is like women that do things like this, that go on to strip clubs and sell their body for ones, get on the internet and sit here and have these somewhat unrealistic requirements in men. And what makes this even crazier is, plus she's a stripper, right? And she just had an OnlyFans account that sold for $15 a month. That's very cheap. But for some reason, you have this high requirement in men, and it's blowing my mind. And I know this because her ex-boyfriend, who dated a stripper, which is her, had reacted to one of my videos. Like if you type in Sebastian Scarface Mark, you're gonna see the video. And I literally exposed it on my backup page. But it's like, why do women that sell their bodies, do immoral things, expect a man that makes that much money is you're dancing for dirty ones in a strip club, talking about you want a man that makes 200 grand minimum. You do useless. I'm happy for you. And what's even funnier is when I got on bro head and I made my video, he untagged her off his page, and I guess they ended up breaking up. Because, like, bro, you know when you're doing something immoral, come on, you have a bad career choice, you know that, but you require 200 grand.
And that's another problem too. And I'm starting to notice more and more of this lately, especially like within the last year or so. I'm starting to see more strippers and women who used to be in the adult film industry over here making these kind of crazy demands and giving out dating advice. And you're just kind of looking at them like, really? You're a stripper and that's what you require? Most men that are making that kind of money, they're not going to take you seriously simply because of what you do. And the only reason why you require that is because what you do for a living, you're around men who have this kind of money, so you feel entitled to be with those kind of men seriously simply because you have access to them due to your line of work. Let's keep it a buck. That's the reason why. Even if that wasn't the case, she probably still would demand that anyway. It wouldn't surprise me. And she mid for real. But let's keep it moving.
How y'all want to be married and don't split the bills, but get a divorce and want half his shit?
Bruh. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
That's a great question. Y'all swear up and down y'all want providers, but as soon as y'all get a divorce, y'all want half. And it's cool to want a provider. It's cool to not want to split the bills. I just think it would be fair, and this would probably be a controversial statement. I just think it's fair. If you don't want to split the bills, if you don't want to pay nothing, when y'all get a divorce, you shouldn't get to keep nothing.
I knew this generation was cooked when a dude went on a podcast and said every single female is a bop, and you just got to pick one and beg her to stop. I'm like, no, you got to pick one and beg her to stop hoeing. Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm at the point where I'm just going to wait for you hoes to grow up. And if y'all never grow up, I'm going to just keep being single because I will die before I beg a hoe to stop being a hoe. I swear to God.
To growing with somebody. Like, do people not grow together anymore? Are there not stories of people, like, getting married and then figuring out life together? Or is everybody just coming up into marriage with everything together?
So it's pretty much done with for the most part. Most people aren't going to get with someone young and grow with them and do life together and all that. It's not going to happen. See, the generations before us, they're the ones that decided to push all this individual, be all about yourself, make sure yourself is good and not build with anybody. They're the one that did all this divisiveness. On top of, we're the generations that grew up with social media. Generations before us didn't have a plethora of what you think is a plethora of options at your fingertips. So therefore, you never truly have to be committed to anybody. And you just, things hit a rough patch and you're like, I'm gone because so-and-so slid into my DM. So when you give humans the options, the majority of people are going to fall for those options, where the generation before us, they didn't have options. So they picked someone who was like, hey, you got 7 out of 10 things I want. Let's do fucking life. And they did. And nowadays it's not going to happen. So everyone's going to try to do their own thing. And that's it.
If you're one of the people who preach single until married, then you can never say you've been cheated on if you've never been married. You're not allowed to take part in that victimhood. You know how y'all like to do that. The cheating stories come out. You love to tell the story about that narcissistic ex. Well, you're not allowed to do that anymore because you're single until married, right? These topics be killing me because it's all to dodge accountability. Well, I'm going to choose the best man even if I got to leave the man that's my boyfriend right now to find my husband because I'm single until I'm married. But if you with your boyfriend and he smashed your best friend, he cheated on you, right? Or is he single? Or is it only for women? You're single until married if you find a better option. But if he finds a better option, he's a piece of crap, narcissistic, trash man. And all men are terrible. Come on, we gotta be consistent with this. Y'all want to do a hop, skip, and a jump over accountability, and that's not how it works. Let's think before we post.
Why are men expected to act like a husband in a boyfriend stage, but you don't feel as though you need to act like a wife in a girlfriend stage until somebody chooses to make you a wife? Make it make sense. If you never displayed qualities of being a wife, why would anybody want to make you one? It sounds like women just never want to put any effort first. Like, we feel like we just have to offer minimal effort and that should be significant enough. That and the cat should just have it in the bag. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm choosing to be in a relationship, I'm in it to win. Y'all are literally admitting to doing half it and then wondering why you still are not a wife. And they got the audacity to be complaining about why Suzanne's a wife before you. You haven't showed anything. You're doing what any other do. Why are men?
Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right. We got women out here demanding $500, $600, $700 dates as first dates. They want you to pay for the babysitter. They want you to pay for their hair and nails and whatnot before the first date. Yet, which is pretty much all husband material stuff, including taking you out and taking care of the bill. But they want to sit over here and say that they're not going to do wifey duties. So in other words, y'all are over here saying that y'all won't accept the bare minimum from men, but expect men to accept the bare minimum in return for all your ridiculous standards and requirements at the beginning stages of dating. Nonsense. Delusional. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.